Hey guys, what is happening? This is ConnorTalks, and this is a little bit more of a candid video than you are probably used to. There isn't heaps of preparation that's gone into this one, but I thought it would be great to take you guys along for the journey with me today, because I am currently in the Kimberleys in Western Australia, Kununurra to be specific. I've been here for almost the past 2 months. Myself and Jen, my partner, have been here living and working, saving up some money for our travels around Australia, which I'm sure you guys probably know all about. If you're living the full-time van or RV or nomadic lifestyle, sometimes you've got to stop and work, unfortunately. But the good news is we are heading out and we are leaving the accommodation in a few days' time. We are hitting the road again. We are going towards the Northern Territory. We're going to be back on the road full time for, I'm not sure how long, but I can't bloody wait. So we got a few days. I thought I'd do a couple things today to get the van sorted and ready to go for the travel. So first thing is the van needs to be given a little sprinkle. We need to take it to the car wash, make sure it's all ready to go, make sure it's clean, there's no mud, dirt, everything else. So I'll take you to the car wash. We're going to give the van a sprinkle, check it out, and then next thing I want to do is prepare the van and set the van up so that it is Starlink ready. And that means that I need to put the cables onto the bus bar. I need to then run the cables to the back of the van, and I need to be able to get it all set up so it's compatible with a 12-volt system, because that is what my van runs on. So stay tuned. I'm going to be giving the van a wash first up, and then second up, I'm going to be preparing the electrical system to handle, hopefully, the Starlink on the road. So here we go. First thing I need to do there before I do all this is wash the dishes, because I had breakfast and I'm lazy and I didn't wash them yet. So let's go. All right, let's go give the van a wash. So truthfully, the van isn't actually that dirty at the moment. There's a little bit of dirt on the wheels and on the underside of the van, but I did clean it probably a few weeks ago, and it hasn't been going too many places because we've been here working. But this is the last time we might have a decent car wash until we get to probably Darwin. I think it's quite important to try and give your van or your motorhome, whatever you're in, give it some TLC from time to time. I think, you know, your vehicle, like however long it lasts, is really a big reflection of how well you look after it, how you drive it, and how you treat your baby. So we got to give it a wash. Come on, we got to give the van a wash. You know how it is. Let's go give it a wash. The only thing I'm concerned about is, you see it on the screen now, there is a crack at the top of this van. We hit a stone, like a stone went up and chipped it. Like a road train was coming the other way and a stone went up and chipped it, and it happens so often here, up at like the top end of Western Australia in the Kimberleys and in the NT as well. A lot of the roads are shocking. I don't know if any of you guys have had it happen to you as well. Let me know, because I swear to God it happens to almost everyone I know up this way. I've got, like, since leaving Perth, we went all the way up to Exmouth, no stone chips anywhere on any part of the van or glass, all good. As soon as we got past like Broome and we kind of went in the Kimberleys, so from like Broome and then towards the east, the roads turned absolutely diabolical. There's heaps of long road trains that fly past, you know, coming the other way, and they always kick up stones. And yeah, we've probably got like 10 tiny chips in the windscreen that we never had, you know, 3 months ago. Which is a shame, but yeah, it sucks. I suppose that's why we have insurance. But anyway, I'm a little bit worried about it. Just while I wash the van, obviously I'm probably gonna try and avoid that area at all costs, but wish me luck. Here we go, let's go wash the van. I kind of forgot how much spray there is when you wash your vehicle, so this camera isn't waterproof, so I'm just going to try my best to like get video footage of this. Let's see how we go. If I can get through this without this video camera like dissolving in water and destroying my life, then happy days. So yeah, let's see what footage we can get. Okay, sick. So just back in the van. I won't be too long here in case people come behind me, but that was a successful car wash, I think. The van is clean, the underside's clean, the around the body, like, it was pretty clean anyway, as I said, because I haven't really done any crazy traveling like the last 6 weeks, 8 weeks, because we've been here working. But the van's clean now, ready to go for Monday, so no stress on the day we need to leave. That's one of the best things, is, like, you know, when you've got to hit the road, just knowing that everything's ready to go, it's all prepared. You don't have to stress about anything. You can just get up, have breakfast, have a cup of tea, and hit the road. So next on the list is fitting this to the van. I've got other 12-volt ports in the back of the van already, but I wanted the Starlink to have its own, like, independent wiring setup, just because I don't want anything to get overloaded and maybe cause any issues or any troubles. It also has a built-in fuse on it as well, so if there's any issues, hopefully the fuse will go and not the van. So we're going to head back to my place now. I'm just going to connect this to the back of the van to my electrical setup, and then I'm going to run the wire through the van, and then when we hit the road on Monday, we should be able to seamlessly turn the Starlink on. And obviously I'll connect the Starlink via 12 volt. I've already bought, like, the adapter for it all. If you have any questions with this, please let me know. But yeah, let's go do this, so then we can hit the road Monday. No stress, no worries. Happy days. So you can see at the moment the van isn't getting much use because we are currently in an apartment. Bed's not made, fridge is off, electrics are pretty much all disconnected. But this is where I think I'm planning on putting the 12 volt thing that I'm going to install today. I've got one that's pretty much exactly the same right here. This is an independent, like, connection from the battery, which is right at the back of the van under the bed, and I've got a wire running from the back all the way through this cupboard here, and it's this one right here. And I use this, my fridge is right here, 75 litre King's fridge, and just because it sometimes can surge in power when the compressor kicks in, I wanted to give it an independent connection so it doesn't mess with anything else. So obviously when I'm traveling full time or when we're in the van, this is the 12 volt fridge connector, and I'll just plug that straight into here. And the battery monitor also sits here as well. It's currently sitting at 100%, which, I mean, makes a lot of sense because it's not being used. Yeah, so happy days that the electrics all seem to be working. But for now, I'm not going to install the other one. I think eventually I may install it side by side. So I might have the fridge here, and then I may have the Starlink connector maybe below it or right next to it. But just for now, because we don't have a roof mount yet, and the plan is for me eventually to get a roof mount, so I'm going to probably mount the Starlink permanently on the roof, make it safe and make it something that I don't have to mess about with every single time that we go traveling. But because I don't have one yet, all I have right now is a tripod. So every time I want to use Starlink, I'm going to have to put the Starlink on the tripod, put the tripod outside the van, and then every night obviously put that all away. And we're going to have to run it through the side door here. But because there isn't a permanent kind of location as to where it's going to be right now, and because I'm just going to be running the wire through the side door, I don't want to permanently fix anything in the van, just because I don't know location wise. I'm going to connect it to the bus bar by the battery, and we're just going to run the wire underneath the bed and probably chuck it here for now, just so it makes it easy to run the Starlink wire from, like, here straight out into wherever we're camping, and then it's very easy to pack away as well. So let's get into it. So this battery setup might look a little bit messy, but trust me, especially if you've been a long-term subscriber, you know how messy this shit was probably 6 months ago. So just a quick recap, we've got our King's 200 amp lithium battery right here. We have our Renogy MTTP DC-DC box here. We have our 1000 watt Renogy inverter sitting on the ceiling here. We've got all of the cables connecting everything around the van. And we then have our bus bar, or bus bars, should I say, our positive, our negative, and if you can see, I've just kind of scribbled in between here what each of them is for. So you can see this area is already super hectic and busy, but I have noticed, if I take the cap off for you here, it might be a bit easier to see. This one here, the second from the left, actually doesn't have anything connecting to it. So it should be quite simple for me. All I'm gonna do is undo this with a socket, connect the positive to this, and then I just need to find somewhere to connect the negative here. It doesn't really matter which one I connect it to. It's just a case of I don't want too many cables connected to the same ones, just because it makes it awkward and difficult to work with. But yeah, this should be quite straightforward here. I'll connect the positive to this empty one, and then the negative somewhere here, and then happy days, Starlink will be active. Or at least I hope. I'm not a Sparky, so don't take my advice. Now I just need to make sure to label it, otherwise I'll end up forgetting in like a week or two exactly what it is. So excuse the scribbling. Let's go Starlink. Can you see that scribble? Starlink up, Starlink down. So all I'll do, run this through the side of the van here, and then happy days. This is the hard part, ladies and gentlemen. I've got to get under the bed. Oh God, here we go. Wish me luck. Okay, so we have fitted the Starlink wiring. I've washed the van. It's just a humble Thursday today. We're not leaving until Monday, so still a few more days. As you can see, the van is a bit of a mess. It's empty, and that's because we have everything pretty much in the apartment. You know, there's no bedding on the mattress. We have a spare set of bed sheets up here, but we've pretty much emptied the van, and this is a habit that I've gotten used to just out of safety, to be honest. Safety for the van, safety for belongings. I've had a van before that was broken into. I'm happy to tell that story another time, but it sucks when you lose everything, like the contents of all your belongings, your valuables. So pretty much try and make a habit of emptying the van when I'm not using it or not sleeping in it full time. I will organise the rest of the van come Monday or Tuesday, but I'm pretty happy that I've managed to give the van a wash, first of all, so we don't have to do that on Monday. And then secondly, I'm glad I've got this set up for Starlink, so we are ready to go and hit the road. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this pretty sporadic, random ass video. If you have any other topics you'd like me to cover, anything else you're wondering, please let me know, and I'll be sure to try and make a video, or if I don't, I'll at least try and answer your question. So thanks for watching, and enjoy the nomadic life. Bop, bop, bop. Peace.